Where the redwoods meet the sea, a new adventure begins. Like other famous park lodges, it's time to build the Redwood National Park Lodge. Nestled in the center of the scenic Redwood National Park, just minutes from the ocean, will be the next tourist destination. Travelers will experience the breathtaking beauty of the tallest redwood trees in the world. Prehistoric would be a way to describe the untouched forest here, a retreat for all who are tied up in their busy lives. The National Weather Service has stated that this region has the cleanest air anywhere, and air quality is set to this standard. In the early 1900s, Teddy Roosevelt forged a movement to protect the national parks. Many followed in his footsteps as the years went on. In fact, a section of the park was dedicated to Lady Bird Johnson in 1968. Thanks to these dignitaries and their vision, the dream lives on. In 2002, John Rusavage and Mary Beswick began their journey to build the grandest of lodges in the park and formed the Redwood Parks Lodge Company.
When I was growing up, my mom took me aside and said, "Son, everyone's got to find their purpose in life. And it doesn't matter what it is, but you need to find yours." So all my life I've been looking, seeking that dharma, if you will, my purpose in life. And I found it. I found it in the Redwoods. I found it in the Redwood Parks Lodge Company. Well, the path we've chosen for the company is to first build out the Redwood Adventure Vacation Village, which we've just finished. Next step is the Redwood Adventure Center, and that'll be a place where people can rent a bicycle, get a canoe, get a guide, get a guidebook, and go out into the park and have the adventure of their choice and the time of their life.
Located 40 miles north of Eureka on the coast of Northern California, the Redwood Parks Lodge Company will help create a new economy for the small town of Orick. Tourists have traveled Highway 101 between California, Oregon, and Washington for years, with very little accommodations in the Redwood National Park. In 2007, the Redwood Parks Lodge Company has acquired the franchise to build a family-style Holiday Inn Resort hotel near Freshwater Beach. Future plans include a full-service RV park and campgrounds adjacent to the hotel. Just 4 miles north of Orick is the gateway to the park and the Redwood Adventures Vacation Village. These luxury cabins have just gone through a total upscale renovation and appointed with themed decor and beautiful furniture. With the Redwood Parks Lodge being the ultimate goal, other plans include the Redwood Adventure Center, a nursery, and a performing arts center, all with many amenities found in a property of this stature. John Rusavage has put together a team of board members who truly have his passion in mind and have dedicated a part of their lives to make this a reality for future generations.
Looking around, we've built a great team here at Redwood Parks Lodge Company. We have some of the brightest minds, some of the most experienced people, good-hearted people doing this for the right reason. Let's leave our mark and let the mark be the world's greatest national park lodge here in Redwood National State Parks.
My name is Robert Hewitt and I come from London, England. I've been in Humboldt County for 18 years. I'm an ornithologist by profession. I have a real passion and a love for birds. I bird all over the world and I love to share that passion with other people. Well, I have to say, when I was first speaking to John about the company that he was proposing to start, I was wondering when he was going to pitch me a sale in a timeshare of the Redwood Vacation Village. But it didn't take very long before I realized that these guys were authentic and on the up and up and were going to be doing something that I would agree pretty much right off the bat was needed in this area. They're talking about a lodge, a gateway to Redwood National Park. I've been here for 15, 16 years trying to promote wildlife and the appreciation of nature. And the fact that we really don't have a destination here is something that's needed. And so I'm a practical-minded person. I'm not a die-hard biologist that can't have anything impacted, because you have to get the humans involved with the nature that they love and want to protect. Otherwise, all you're doing is you're locking up the nature and you're not letting anybody come and see it. So I really didn't have any doubts. Once, as I said, once they kind of assured me that it wasn't a quick money scheme or something like that, I realized that this was a group to be involved with. And I've been around here long enough to realize that Orick will certainly benefit from this venture.
And another interesting fact is I can't name a national park lodge that's ever failed. So we think if we'll build them, they'll come.
Well, John, my position, I think, that I can bring to the company, and I think I have brought and will continue to bring, is about 37, 38 years of experience as a corporate and securities lawyer. And to me, it's very important to be dealing with very honest people, ethical people, and people who have a varied skills so that every major skill area in a company is covered. And I find that that's what the Redwood Parks Lodge Company has been building in these past 2.5 years that I've been working with it. The people I've talked to in Oric, the State Park Organization, and the National Park System all express support for our project because the park is something people can get to, use, explore in, and experience. And there are no support facilities around this park. So people don't use it. People will go to the great effort of coming up here, and then they have to turn around and try to find a place to stay, a place to eat, etc. And I thought maybe being able to help people get access to this wonderful park are the things that could make my life more interesting.
The first time I heard about Redwood Parks Lodge Company was when John Rusavage came to our little church one Sunday morning to meet some of the people that have been around Oric for a very long time. And he told us his vision to build the next great Redwood National Park Lodge.
There's a slogan in one of the parks that Lady Bird Johnson dedicated, and she said it is impossible to walk among these trees and leave unchanged. It's happened to me. Come up, take a look. You'll see. It's going to happen to you.
The Travel Industry Association of America ranks the Redwood National Park as one of the top 8 American treasures to visit. With this in mind, the Redwood Parks Lodge Company will offer pleasant hikes throughout the park.
Started the company to build the Redwood National Park Lodge, and the vision for that lodge would be a wonderful place, a visual place that blends and doesn't distract from the redwoods, but blends in with it. A lot of stone, glass, but also a lot of modern components so that we're not wasting energy and power and this sort of thing. We want to be good, ecologically minded citizens here in the Redwood National Park. So it may look traditional and very traditional, but it'll be modern and efficient and very state-of-the-art. So our goal is to bring the past into the future, where the new generation can bring their high-tech devices into the park, learn all about it, and have a great time supported by all the modern conveniences that our pioneers didn't enjoy.
Well, my name is Joseph Rusavage, and I am John Rusavage's son, founder, and I'm here to help bring all the wireless infrastructure and digital infrastructure to Redwood Adventures Vacation Village. Well, I have a great relationship with my dad. I came out here because I wanted to see this project succeed. I was excited about what he wanted to do with his life, what was important to him, and I really felt called to Humboldt County. I didn't know why. I just felt like this is where I had to be. And when I came here, I fell in love with the place. My father took me out to Lady Bird Johnson Grove, and I knew that I was in the right place, doing the right thing. Well, we want to make sure that visitors have a first-class time here, Redwood Adventures Vacation Village. We've given them wireless internet access, we're working on digital cell phone service, and we're just bringing all the digital infrastructure online so that visitors can bring their Palm Pilots, their laptops, and their cell phones and have a great time.
We're very excited for our new resort hotel down by the beach. We've got a 20-acre parcel of land along Redwood Creek just off the beach, whitewater views. We plan on putting a wonderful new Holiday Inn Resort hotel.
My name is Shelley Morrison. I am an attorney. I've been an attorney for almost 30 years. I've spent most of that time working for the Humboldt County, the local government, the last 20 years in essentially civil practice involving a substantial amount of involvement with land use issues and construction issues. I'm hoping that that expertise will be useful to the corporation in developing its project, its facilities up here in Redwood National Park. I have spent many years hiking, backpacking, camping up in the Redwood National and State Parks. I have just a passion for this area. And having traveled in many other areas of the world, I come back home and I'm always reminded of how this is one of the most spectacular settings in the world. So it's quite an honor and quite a privilege to be involved with a project that will hopefully help to spread the word regarding the beauty and the natural wonders that we have in this area.
Our lodge is going to be a celebration of the history and cultures of the area, from the ancient people that lived here many, many eons ago to the pioneers and settlers, the gold rush people, the loggers, the fishermen, and now the new generation of tourists that are coming to the area. So this area has seen many changes, and we're going to celebrate all of them with with our film crew bringing the history to people, with exhibits within our lodge and our hotels and properties, with guides and interpretive people telling the stories and keeping that history alive for future generations so it's not lost. It's too valuable, it's too precious, it was too hard earned, or too much hard work went into what's going on to let it just go unnoticed.
What I feel that I could bring to the table for the Redwood Park Lodge Company is bringing all this beauty. Just imagine we're here right now in this beautiful park and we see it. But when you're in a city in Los Angeles or San Francisco, there's beauty there too, but it's totally different. This is natural green. It rains here lots of it. It's like an untouched forest. This is like going back in time, prehistoric. People don't get to see that every day. We're going to build a lodge similar to the Wani Lodge in Yosemite. How great of a thing is that? This will be something that's here forever. My son could come here when I'm long gone. He'll say, hey, my dad helped build this.
As a cameraman, I feel incredibly privileged to be able to come to the Redwood National Forest and be one of the first people to be able to photograph images there on the order of some of my heroes like Ansel Adams, John Muir, who created the John Muir Trail, those kinds of legendary historical figures. In a small way, I feel like I can kind of follow in their footsteps by being able to do this project. I woke up this morning about 7:30 and walked out in my pajamas and t-shirt, and I looked out the window, and there are at least 10 elk, maybe 30 feet from the cabin that we're in. So I'm looking out the window. I run back, grab my video camera, and I have no tripod, it's out in the truck. So I ran out and very carefully opened up the glass door and snuck outside and put the camera on the railing and was able to get a beautiful shot of this group of elk, but two in particular on this mound of dirt. It was like King of the Hill. So one was trying to keep the other from getting up there, and I had a great shot of it. So, and of course later we did some really great setups on film and high def of elk, but that was just my first one this morning.
I think John's patience and his expertise in financial matters are the things that appeal to me. He has an excellent reputation along those lines, and I think he's very honest, and I support him all the way. And I think that we're just beginning to get some really good news about the company's direction, approvals for hotels and so forth, and I think it's going to take off.
The southern property we're going to have a Holiday Inn, and since we have a lot of families coming through the area, it's going to be very affordable. Have accommodations for the kids. We'll have a pool for them to go and hang out in. Besides, the ocean's a little cold here, but the kids can come and swim in the pool here and have a good time. Have also some conference facilities there. If companies want to hold a conference, they'll be able to have that there. Food services, all those kinds of things that you're looking for at a Holiday Inn resort will be there, and it'll all be affordable. Right next to the Holiday Inn, we'll have an RV park. So when people traveling through, you see lots of motorhome people coming through the area on Highway 101 wanting to come up and see the sights. They'll have a place to stop, and right there, right at the gateway to the Redwood National State Parks.
This morning I went out, got up at 5 in the morning and went out with Rob Hewitt, our ornithologist, the new team member that I just met this weekend, and for the first time could understand what birders are all about. I always wondered what was the mystique in bird watching. Well, this morning he showed us some things that I never imagined I would ever see. One of which was this marbled murrelet, which I guess is a fairly rare bird. He said it's the only seabird that actually lives in the trees. I mean, this amazing amount of information. And while we're watching these birds at 5 in the morning, trying to keep our eyes open, I noticed he kept moving around a little bit, and he would point, and that is this kind of a bird, this thrush, this, and he hears all of these sounds that to me are just background noise. And concentrating with him, I started being able to hear the different birds, the different sounds. To me, that was an amazing revelation of what I've been missing all these years by not having somebody who could interpret for me what's going on around me and I'm hearing every day.
From an advocacy standpoint, these trails here, they're multi-use trails. They have hiking trails. They do have trails for bicyclists to use. There's kayaking in the area, but the emphasis is on preserving what's here. It is basically untouched. They've saved this area to keep it natural for everybody. And you go through there, and it does look prehistoric. Like I say, there's all these different species of bushes and animals around, and it's very unique. There's nowhere like this in California or anywhere, I think, in the world that has something like this.
Trillium Falls and the Lost Man Creek Trail start near the lodge property. Elk Meadow, Lady Bird Johnson Grove, and Fern Canyon are within a short driving distance. The most visited trail in the park is the world-famous Fern Canyon. Steven Spielberg filmed scenes for Jurassic Park here to capture the pristine beauty of this canyon. George Lucas was also captivated by the stunning beauty of this area and filmed a few scenes of Star Wars here. Come see for yourself the tranquil creeks, beautiful rivers and lagoons, and the spectacular ocean shoreline.
Did you happen to see Bigfoot out there?
Didn't see Bigfoot, no Sasquatch. Just a big cameraman running around.
With a great team on board, the Redwood Parks Lodge Company is ready for the next phase. The word is out, and people from all walks of life will come to enjoy the beauty of the Redwood National Park. Now is the time for something that will last forever. The Redwood Parks Lodge Company.